680's Richard Southern joins us. Richard, shootings like the one that took place in Scarborough, in the Scarborough playground last night, really does take a human toll, but it also carries a financial cost.
Yeah, when we look at gun crime in Toronto and in Canada, Francis, there certainly is a financial cost associated with it. These are the latest numbers we have. This is from 2012, according to the Canadian Justice Department. They found that gun crime costs Canada more than $3 billion annually. That's some $93 per person. Works out to being a little bit more than $356,000 per incident. That the cost includes the policing, the prosecuting of the offenders, the lost income, the health care costs, and in the fatal cases, the burial fees. So certainly money not the first thing we think of when we see shootings like we've seen here in Toronto, but it's the financial impact is one of the reasons why I think we need some change, Francis.
Yeah, and it really shows that it directly impacts everybody.
Yep.
You know, Doug Ford spoke about the gun crime, but we also know that today he said his first act as Premier will be to scrap the cap-and-trade program.
Right, and for those who don't know the cap-and-trade, it establishes individual caps for energy use for distributors and for large firms. Ontario has sold $2.8 billion worth of emission allowances. It's one of the ways to try and get greenhouse gas emissions in check. Greenpeace condemning Mr. Ford's move to eliminate that. Doing away with it, though, will lower the price of gasoline, which was a campaign pledge by Mr. Ford. He actually talked to gas today, Francis, going after the gas companies for the weekend gas price hikes, saying that he's putting the gas companies on notice. So kind of some pointed language there from Mr. Ford today.
And where is gas going this weekend?
Going down a penny tonight, and then on Sunday, it's looking like we're going to see another 2-cent decrease. So come Sunday, we'll be looking at a vastly reduced price, something below the $1.33 levels, a level we haven't seen in quite a few months.
I don't know. Should we celebrate that? Honestly, it's still a lot.
That's the day and age we're in. We're like, yay, $1.33 a liter.
Well, stocks fell today as U.S. President Trump officially announced tariffs on $50 billion worth of Chinese goods.
Yeah, and then China this afternoon answered right back with tariffs of its own. So we got this tit-for-tat trade war between the world's two largest economies. $50 billion of tariffs on Chinese goods going into the U.S. China putting $34 billion of tariffs on U.S. goods, setting the stage for just an escalation of this trade war. Investors were nervous. They sold stocks. Wall Street fell. We saw big losses for gold and for oil and for the Canadian dollar. It got caught up in all of this. Francis, the loonie's at its lowest level in a year, below 76 cents. Takes $1.32 Canadian to buy $1 US.
And not all stocks fell. Jacket maker Canada Goose hit an all-time high.
Yeah, up 33%. A huge move for Canada Goose stock today as the maker of $900 jackets reported very strong earnings, a profit of $8.1 million in its last quarter. Also talking about how it's planning to open more of its own stores, planning 3 more stores this year in North America, hopes to have 20 open by the year 2020, and also said it's doing a brisk business online. It's that luxury segment of retail that Canada Goose is in that's doing quite well these days.
Well, Apple has signed Oprah Winfrey to a multi-year deal for new original programs.
Could you name 2 bigger business powerhouses these days than Apple and Oprah? So what Apple's doing, Francis, they are looking to start their own streaming service. And so they're looking to build content like everyone else. And Oprah can provide a lot of great content. So they're inking her to a multi-year deal. No financial terms disclosed. Apple has been bulking up on content, signing the likes of Reese Witherspoon, Steven Spielberg to deals. Winfrey, of course, founded her own network, which she remains CEO of. An own spokesperson says they have a exclusive on-camera agreement with Winfrey, but she can do side projects, and I guess this would be one of them for Apple, Francis.
All right. Thank you, Richard. Have a great weekend.
You too.